Did you know that cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death in high-income countries like the UK and the US? Diseases such as stroke and heart attacks and other related conditions claim almost 18 million lives around the world every single year. And these diseases are actually considered normal nowadays because they are so common. But the good news is that they are actually largely preventable with lifestyle changes. Hi, Eva the Dietitian here. So I run a Facebook group called Lower Cholesterol Naturally, and a few weeks ago I asked the lovely members of this group what topics they would like covered in the YouTube series of videos all about how to lower cholesterol naturally. And the #1 request by far was what foods to include to lower cholesterol naturally without statins, because a lot of the people in the group just are hesitant to take statins. Now, there is always a place for statins, sometimes you have to take them, but if you can tweak your lifestyle a little bit so you can avoid taking statins or take a little bit less, then keep watching this video to find out what foods you can eat to lower cholesterol naturally. So before we begin, let's talk about cholesterol. What is it? So cholesterol is a fat-like substance that we do need, and we need it to make steroid hormones, we need it to make vitamin D in the bodies, and to produce bile, which then helps us to digest fat. But did you know that we actually make 100% of the cholesterol that we need? We don't need to eat any foods that contain cholesterol whatsoever because we make all of it. Our bodies are very clever that way. So you might wonder, why is it so important to make sure that you have a normal cholesterol? And that's because high levels of LDL, or the bad cholesterol is what a lot of people call it, has been linked to an increased risk of getting a stroke or heart attack. So if you're somebody that has been diagnosed with a high cholesterol level, your doctor has probably told you to make some lifestyle changes. Now, there are many things you can do to help lower your cholesterol naturally, and that is having a healthy body weight, quitting smoking, limiting your alcohol intake, and the big one is eating a healthy diet. But this is actually where a lot of people get confused. Everyone has different ideas about what a healthy diet actually is. So today I'm going to talk about what foods you should eat as part of a healthy diet that have a big impact on lowering your cholesterol levels. So without further ado, let's begin. The #1 thing that you should include to help lower your cholesterol is fats. And not all fats are the same. So what you should do is replace your saturated fats, which are found in animal products, as well as cacao butter, palm oil, and coconut oil. You should replace them with monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. Some good sources of monounsaturated fats include things like avocado, walnuts, salmon, almonds, and hazelnuts. And some good sources of polyunsaturated fats include things like walnuts, sunflower seeds, flaxseed or linseeds, mackerel, and pine nuts. And if you haven't noticed already, there is a trend in all the foods that I just named, and that trend is that all of those fats are found in plant foods and fish. Another trend is that polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats are all liquid at room temperature. So next time you're shopping, have a look at the shelf and see which fats are liquid and which fats are solid at room temperature. So instead of going for the coconut oil, which is solid at room temperature, you might go for sunflower or rapeseed oil. The next nutrient I'm going to talk about is fiber. Now, there are 2 types of dietary fiber, the first being soluble fiber and the second being insoluble fiber. So soluble fiber dissolves in water, forming a sort of gel which helps to slow down your digestion. This causes you to feel full for longer, which may then help you to lose weight. And another great thing about soluble fiber is that it actually interferes with cholesterol absorption from the foods that you eat. So it helps to lower your cholesterol levels if that's something that you're trying to do. Some really great sources of soluble fiber include things like oats, nuts, seeds, legumes, citrus fruit, and fruit pectins that are found in things like apricots, apples, and pears. So if you have noticed, the common trend here is that all of these foods are from a plant origin, meaning that you should have as much whole food plant foods as you possibly can. The other fiber is called insoluble fiber. It doesn't dissolve in water, but it really helps to add bulk to your stool and keep us regular. And the insoluble fiber is found in things like whole grains like brown bread, brown rice and brown pasta, also in things like oats and quinoa and things like bran as well. And again, insoluble fiber is only found in plant foods. So if you're not convinced yet that fiber is really good for you, especially to help lower your cholesterol, here are a few facts that might convince you. So fact number 1, high fiber and high whole grain intake have been associated with better serum lipid profiles. So what that means is better cholesterol and triglyceride blood results. And it's also been associated with a decreased risk of heart disease. And fact number 2, for every 7 grams of fiber, it doesn't matter which type of fiber, but for every 7 grams of fiber that you eat, there's actually a 9% reduction in your risk of getting heart disease. So what does 7 grams of fiber look like? It looks like 1 mango, 4 mandarins, or something like 3 to 4 tablespoons of linseeds. So remember, eat as much plant foods as you possibly can to increase your fiber intake. So this includes things like whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, fruits and vegetables. But word of caution, if you're somebody that's not used to eating a lot of fiber, make sure you increase your fiber very gradually, and you should do this over a period of 3 to 4 weeks, and this is to prevent bowel discomfort, maybe excessive gas, and also to allow your gut to adjust to the high fiber intake. And make sure you drink plenty of fluids too when increasing your fiber intake. So next on the list we have the soybean, and surprisingly enough, the soybean is the only bean that gets a bad reputation. But it has been shown by many studies that eating soy can help to reduce total and the LDL, or the bad cholesterol. A meta-analysis done in 2019 showed that eating 25 grams of soya protein every day for approximately 6 weeks resulted in lowering total and LDL cholesterol. So why not add edamame beans to your meals? Maybe you could snack on them too. They're actually the beans of a young soy plant. You could also add tofu to your stir fries and curries. You could make bolognese with soy mince. You could add soy milk into your coffee or your tea, or you could try a delicious soy yogurt to add some soya protein into your diet. Number 4 on the list, we have something called beta glucans. Now you may or may not have heard about this before. There is a really high beta glucan content in oats and barley. We know that in both oats and barley there's a lot of fiber because they're both whole grains, and fiber helps to lower the cholesterol. It also helps to keep us full. But they both have a special type of fiber called beta glucan, which has also been shown to lower cholesterol levels. So some things you can include in your diet to help increase your beta glucan intake would be adding oats into your smoothies, having a bowl of oatmeal or porridge for breakfast. You could add oat bran onto cereal or sprinkle it on top of your yogurt. You could add barley to your stews and casseroles, or you could just have it as your carbohydrate source instead of rice or potatoes or pasta. So let's do a little recap. We need cholesterol, but we don't need to eat cholesterol to get cholesterol because our body makes all the cholesterol that we need. So foods to include in your diet that will help you to lower cholesterol naturally are monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, whole food plant foods that contain a lot of fiber, soy products, and also beta glucan fiber. So I hope you learned something new from this video. If you know anyone that would benefit from this video, please feel free to share this video with them. If you could give this video a like, it would really help to grow the channel. Click subscribe and you'll be notified of upcoming videos about all things to do with fiber. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the video below, and I will be doing a Q&A video very soon. And if you're looking for more support from people who are also on their journey to lower their cholesterol naturally, please join the Facebook group called Lower Cholesterol Naturally and answer all 3 questions to be admitted into the group. And if you've made it this far into the video, I thank you very much, and hopefully I will be seeing you very, very soon. Thank you for watching.